Welcome to Chronicles and Legends. Please hit that subscribe and let us know in the comments where in the world are you tuning in from. Let's get started. There are 72 demons listed in the Ars Goetia kings, princes, marquises of hell, but 5 of them whisper louder than the rest. They are not simply dangerous because of their rank or legions. They are dangerous because they still answer. And when they do, they don't just enter your circle. They enter your reflection. We begin with the demon most likely to speak when silence falls. He arrives in gold, but he never leaves empty-handed. Paimon, the king of knowledge and subtle slavery. He comes from the west, preceded by unnatural music. A great king of hell, loyal to Lucifer, commanding 200 legions and too many secrets to name. But Paimon's danger lies not in power, but persuasion. He speaks with layered voices, sometimes 2, sometimes 12. They echo inside the summoner's mind like memory, like prophecy. Those who call him don't just hear him, they feel him. Guiding thought, shaping desire, whispering reason until the ritual doesn't feel like control. It feels like worship. Paimon offers knowledge, philosophy, science, art. He teaches languages not spoken on earth, but every truth he reveals leaves a cost behind. Not in blood, but in identity. Some grimoires say that to dismiss him, one must do so without doubt. Because Paimon feeds on hesitation, and if you waver, he stays. Symbolically, he's the demon of corrupted intellect, of genius bent to ego, of enlightenment that consumes rather than frees. He is not summoned with screams. He is summoned with questions, and that is why so many never realize. He's already been called. The first circle is open, but truth always follows knowledge, and the next demon holds a blade made of memory. Amon, the reconciler who brings ruin. Amon is a marquis. He appears as a wolf with a serpent's tail, or a man with the head of a raven. He speaks of the past, but never without a price. His power is revelation. He tells you what they did, what they thought, where they went when they said they were home. But Amon does not lie. That's the danger. He reveals truth exactly as it is, unfiltered, unforgiving, and that kind of truth destroys. He is summoned during heartbreak, betrayal, war, but rarely does he bring peace. He can cause friends to reconcile, but only after scorching the bridge between them. His gift is clarity without comfort, and once you see what Amon shows, you cannot go back. Symbolically, he is memory turned to poison, knowledge that cuts. The demon who doesn't manipulate, just removes the illusion. He is most dangerous when you think he's helping. 2 have spoken. The next does not teach. He does not reveal. He simply waits for the moment when love turns to rage and pours gasoline over it. Andras, the blade hidden in brotherhood. Andras is a general of hell. He rides a massive wolf, armed with a blade forged in discord. He destroys from within. He is not summoned to kill. He is summoned to corrupt. He enters moments of tension like a shadow behind the teeth. 2 lovers arguing. A kingdom on the verge of revolt. A leader doubting his counsel. And then, he whispers, and suddenly, trust shatters like glass. The Ars Goetia warns, he soweth discords, and slayeth the one the other. He turns peace to powder. He makes allies into enemies. And those who summon him often do not survive him. He is the spirit of betrayal disguised as certainty, of accusation that feels justified, of fury with a holy cause. Symbolically, he is the moment when division becomes divine. When you burn the bridge because it feels like truth, Andras doesn't scream. He plants the seed and lets You do the screaming. 3 demons have stepped through, each more intimate than the last, and now, the pain shifts. The next spirit does not come to hurt or to reveal. She comes when you can't let go. Beleth, the queen who answers grief. Beleth is a queen of hell, commanding 85 legions. She rides a spectral horse, her arrival signaled by music that blinds the senses. But her true arrival is quieter. She comes in the moment when mourning turns to longing, when the soul says, "Bring them back." In ritual texts, summoning Beleth requires a silver ring held to the face as one would offer a proposal, because what she desires is not blood-dotted as love, but not love freely given, love that clings, love that feeds itself until it becomes devotion unto death. Beleth does not deceive. She gives what is asked, loyalty, attention, even the appearance of returned affection. But what she takes is harder to name. Those who call upon her often ask for someone else, a lover, a lost friend, a chance to feel something again. What they receive is not reunion, it's replacement. She is not obsession. She is the illusion of wholeness that obsession feeds, and once she settles in the heart, every beat that follows belongs to her. Symbolically, she is the mask grief wears when it refuses to die. She is the ghost invited to stay. She is the vow that should have ended, but didn't, and those who summon her rarely understand this one truth. Beleth doesn't break hearts. She preserves them. In formaldehyde. 4 have come, but only 1 remains, and he is not summoned by pain, but by opportunity. Belial, the master of thrones with no allegiance. Belial is no prince. He is a king, one of the first. Not fallen because he never served. He appears noble, composed, wise. But he answers to no one, not hell, not God, not even those who summon him. He offers power, favor, success, and in return, loyalty, not from him, from you. Belial is the demon of infrastructure, law, and rule, but stripped of righteousness. He gives power without morality. He gives influence without truth. He gives leadership to those who no longer remember why they wanted it. In every age, Belial wears a new face. The king who makes war for gold, the judge who sells verdicts like coin, the CEO who signs his name in ashes. He is power with no anchor. To summon him is to ask for a throne. But thrones in his kingdom do not come with foundations, they come with chains. Belial will give you exactly what you asked for, and then wait, smiling as you forget who you were before he arrived. Symbolically, he is the shadow of ambition, the cost of success without sacrifice. The reason so many kings look into the mirror and see no one looking back. Now the circle is drawn. Paimon, Amon, Andras, Beleth, Belial. 5 names, 5 doors. Each one leads to power. Each one leads inward, and some say, when the 5 are summoned together, something else steps through. Not a demon, not a name, but a consequence. Occult scholars have long debated why these 5 appear in tandem, why they emerge in so many overlapping texts, visions, and breakdowns of the Ars Goetia. Some believe they form a pentacle, a 5-pointed convergence. Each demon rules not just legions, but a fundamental corner of the human psyche. Paimon rules the mind, knowledge, persuasion, pride. Amon rules the heart, betrayal, love lost, emotional fracture. Andras rules the hands, action, war, destruction. Beleth rules the gut, obsession, longing, control through devotion. Belial rules the foundation, leadership, lawlessness, power without anchor. They shape a ritual of becoming. The summoner doesn't just command them. They are transformed by them. Each summoning is not a transaction, but a replacement, a tearing down of the soul so that something else can be built in its place. And when the fifth seal is opened, the circle doesn't close, it becomes a mirror. There is no name for it, no sigil, no description, no official place in the Ars Goetia, but ancient whispers speak of it. Nonetheless, the sixth, not a demon in the traditional sense, not a being summoned through standard rites, but something older, something that watches, something that waits. The five make room. The sixth arrives, not from without, but from within. When the human mind has been fractured, rebuilt, consumed by knowledge, burned by grief, corrupted by authority, what remains? Not the magician, not the summoner, a vessel. Some ancient texts refer to this force as the architect, others as the conductor, the unnameable one, the whisper at the end of the rite. It is the pattern that remains when everything else has been surrendered, and it does not need a name because it is not separate from you. It is you once the ritual is complete. Today, most people will never draw a summoning circle. They will never recite a Latin invocation, never light a candle in a locked room at midnight, but that doesn't matter anymore, because these demons don't only exist in grimoires, they exist in algorithms that weaponize obsession corporations, that reward moral compromise leaders, who trade truth for power lovers who manipulate, then disappear thinkers who believe knowledge justifies anything. Ritual has gone digital, cultural, subconscious. The five demons are not out there. They are everywhere. And the sixth? The presence they make room for? It's not waiting to be summoned. It's waiting to be recognized. If you've felt them, when your curiosity became addiction, when your love turned to control, when your certainty ruined peace, when your grief grew louder than reason, when your ambition ignored consequence, then you've already stood in the circle. May think you're watching from the outside, but the mirror is already reflecting back. And the sixth shape is beginning to take form, not because you chose it, but because you let it in. This is not about fear, it's about awareness. Because once the five are known, truly known, the final presence does not require your voice, that it only requires your silence. This is not the end, this is the part most miss. They summon, they speak, they command, but the demons of the Ars Goetia were never just spirits to be called. They are forces, reflections, patterns, and when the last of them has been invoked, when the fifth sigil burns itself into memory, the mirror turns. It no longer shows the circle. It shows you. Paimon offered you brilliance, but only if you bowed to your own ego. Amon revealed the truth and left you to suffer in it. Andras brought you war, but it was your hand that reached. For the match, Beleth gave you love, but only by keeping grief alive. Belial made you a king, but only after you forgot why you wanted a crown. You were never summoning demons. You were making room for them. And now that the mirror is clear, the sixth has arrived, but it has no name, because it is not a being, not a devil, not an enemy. It is the sum of your choices, the pattern your path creates. It is you, or the version of you shaped by the five. Ancient mystics didn't fear demons because they were monstrous. They feared them. They told the truth, because they told the truth. Not about the world, about the self. Each demon in the Ars Goetia is not just a spirit. It's a shadow cast by the soul. Curiosity corrupted by pride, love disfigured by lost peace, consumed by righteous rage power, hollowed of principle ambition, unmoored from meaning. You don't need a circle of salt to invoke them. You just need a reason. And once all five are awakened, the final one no longer needs to knock. The true ritual of the Ars Goetia doesn't happen once. It happens again and again. Every time someone surrenders to the illusion, I deserve to know more. They betrayed me. I have to destroy them. First, they were everything to me. I'll fix it once I have power. Every time those thoughts become belief, the seal reopens, and the sixth waits behind the mirror. Because the sixth is never invoked by voice, it's invoked by habit. What if the five were never separate? What if they were simply masks worn by the same force? What if every demon summoned was just another hand, guiding you toward surrender? Not surrender to hell, but to the idea that this world only works through domination, isolation, ambition, obsession, corruption. That is the lie. And the sixth is the one who benefits from it. That's why it's dangerous. Not because it's strong, but because it feels familiar. So ask yourself now, not as a viewer, but as a witness. Have you welcomed Paimon without knowing? Has Amon whispered when you were vulnerable? Did Andras speak when you betrayed someone? Did Beleth call when grief was too loud? Has Belial smiled as you chased power with no anchor? If the answer is yes, then the sixth no longer waits. It has entered. Then the sixth no longer waits. It has entered. The Ars Goetia was never a book of monsters. It was a book of mirrors. And the fifth name wasn't the end. It was the final door. Behind it isn't a demon, it's a decision. This is your moment, not to summon, but to choose. Because if you walk away now, you leave the circle. But if you stay, if you watch again, if you share this, if you call their names once more, then the seal stays open, and you become part of the mirror that calls to others. Comment the name that called to you. Paimon, if you seek knowledge. Amon, if you seek truth. Andras, if you seek justice. Beleth, if you seek love. Belial, if you seek control. Or type sixth, if you think it's already here.